This is Dakota News Now.
And good afternoon, everyone. I'm Brian Allen.
I'm Andrea Anderson. The South Dakota Public Utilities Commission denied the application for Summit Carbon Solutions CO2 pipeline earlier this month.
Well, since then, the company has come forward with plans to resubmit its construction permit while also trying to drop pending lawsuits against landowners. Our Bailey Peterson spoke with Summit representatives about these plans. She is in studio now with our 5 o'clock top story. Hello, Bailey.
Brian and Andrea, Summit's application denial was marked by landowners as a day of victory, but many landowners say they still feel uneasy about the future. This will be Summit Carbon Solutions' main goal as they work to build relationships within communities in South Dakota. After announcing plans at last night's Brown County Commission meeting to resubmit its construction permit to build a carbon pipeline to the south.
Now, as we no longer have an application within the South Dakota PUC, we have the ability to move this route and to work with these counties to find a path that works for everyone.
However, some landowners say they are hesitant in coming to the table.
Now they got new faces and all that, but it's a same song, just a little bit different dance. When you break someone's trust, you don't just get that back.
However, Summit says it will be dedicated to this new approach in planning the pipeline and building trust.
We have a team that has moved up to South Dakota, and they are making Aberdeen and Sioux Falls their homes, and they are there committed to turning over a new leaf. And we're confident that we will be able to work with these counties.
At the end of the day, landowners say this will be crucial in reaching the best solution.
If they have to come through, get them in the right spots. Don't just force your way through on people that don't want it and, too close to, populated places and feedlots and cow lots and things like that.
This is the driver behind both Summit Carbon Solutions and landowners urging people to get involved.
Stay aware and keep following up and in any county out there.
Well, when it comes to eminent domain, Summit says it can't promise that it won't be used, but they're working to be more collaborative with counties and landowners. Brian and Andrea.
Bailey Peterson with us here at 5. Bailey, thank you.